One of our very favorite websites is crack.com, and actually they're one of the first people who ever broke us. On top of entertaining us all for a bajillion years with their lovely multimedia comedy antics, they're sort of the godfather of 5SF because they supported us in the very beginning, and we're eternally grateful for it. So what better way to keep that cycle of parasite-like mooching going on than to have one of their funniest guys come out and do stand-up for us. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan O'Brien!
That was so neat. That was so neat. We didn't plan. I did a thing, and then he stopped, and then you all loved it, and that was neat. So, Dude Bro Party Massacre 3. Did you guys donate? Yeah. I donated. I did, because I'm a good guy. I do things like that. I donate. I rescued a dog. That's what I did also. I adopted a dog. I rescued him. Isn't it neat how shitty dog adoption makes people? Because if you see anybody who rescues a dog, you know, especially in California, they will tell you that they rescued it. Like they're like contractually obligated. If you see someone with a dog and you say, "Oh, what kind of dog is that? It looks like a pit bull. Is that a pit bull?" They say, "Oh, I don't know. I rescued it. We don't know what kind of breed it is. I rescued him. I went and I saved his life." So like I don't want to put a label on my rescue because I just rescued him and he's more part of my family. But I became that way when I rescued a dog, and it's stupid because I didn't like find him at sea and like pull him into my boat. I rescued him the same way I rescue Cheez-Its. I walked into a place and I gave someone money and I said, "That one." And now it's mine and I have it. And the difference between dogs and Cheez-Its, of which there is only one, and I'll tell you, is that when you give money to a man for a dog, they say, "Hey, you rescued this dog. You saved this dog's life. You need to tell everyone. You fucking hero." And here I am doing that to you. And the reason that I rescued this dog is I saw one of those, I wanted to find out if I was a dog or a cat person. And there's a way to know. Because I don't have a problem with cats. I like them just fine. I've spent time around them. Some of my best friends have cats. It's fine. But I saw one of those commercials, those like pet adoption commercials, you know, where they show all the really sad pictures of animals that need rescuing, and the Shania Twain song plays, and it's like, "You come save all the dogs." Yeah, you know, it's the one who sings that song. But it comes on, and I see there's like a picture of a dog, and it looks super sad, and it's like scarred, and they have the text there while the song plays. It says, "This dog was abused by its former owner and then left at the steps of this orphanage. You need to rescue it." I'm like, I do need to rescue that dog. And then they cut to another dog, and they're like, "This one was thrown out of a moving car, and it hit another dog who had a better life. So it could like see what life could be like." It's like, and I need to save that dog too. And then they cut to a picture of this like mangy cat, and it's like, "This cat was left starving in the rain." I'm like, yeah, no, that's fine. That'll happen. He's a cat. The best cat in the world is still just a shitty cat. Cats were so good, they'd be dogs. But so I rescued my dog. He's great. He's a good little guy. His name is Jackson. He's named after the president because they both just killed so many Indians. Too many Indians, frankly, but that'll happen. But he's good. I like to have fun with him because I do lots of like bits and jokes with him. There's someone who was walking down the street when I was walking him, and they had a bag of Jack in the Box, some J and the B, and he started jumping at them. He started jumping, and she goes, "Oh, he probably smells my FOOD." And I go, "He can read." And then we left in a huff. And also, we were at this park where you're not allowed to take your dogs off leashes, but I did. Right? I know. And I was with some other people who also took their dogs off leashes, and we saw the trooper pull up, and all of the people around me were like, "Oh, we got to get our dogs because the trooper's here. Let's put them all on leashes. It's fine." And I go, "Jackson, cheese it!" And we sprint away. Because I wanted these people to think that I taught my dog one trick, and it was cheese it. I taught him to run, like flee from the fuzz in like a 1930s gangster movie. And we just sprinted off to the sea or wherever people go. Sex, right? I've been thinking about sex every minute since I turned 9 years old. And it's a weird thing. It's weird. I mean, the way I do it, it's it's funny, like the idea of having sex with someone that you don't really know is a really strange thing. Being naked with someone that you don't know that well is super weird. In the moment, it makes sense. I'm gonna give away my best moves, and you can take them if you want. But I'm naked when I do it. That's how I do. Yeah, you're welcome. And it makes sense at the time, in the context of sex. It's like, oh yeah, anything else would be weird. We've decided that we're going to do this to just be naked right at a person. Good. This is the right decision. Context is everything. But then it's morning, and that's a new context. And the guy who had the whiskey and the personality, fuck that joke. The whiskey and the coffee that make up my personality has left my system by morning. The confident Dan who wooed a woman back to his apartment, he's dead. And now we've got morning Daniel, and he's new, and he's bad. And he's naked. They're balls in the daylight. That shouldn't be. That's not, and I didn't know what to do, because I just wake up, and I have a dog, he's a rescue, and he wakes me up at 6 o'clock in the morning every day for our morning walk and breakfast. So as soon as I hear him padding into the room, I instinctively get out of bed, and I'm naked, and I'm just realizing that, and he realizes it too, and I'm doing this, and it's like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know, man, we gotta help me. And if you've ever woken up to a naked guy saying, I don't know, to his dog, what do I do? If that's ever happened to you, then you were that woman that I slept with last month. Hello, thanks for coming to the show, obviously. I'm gonna leave you with a huge announcement. It's an iPad 3, it's no big deal. I'm gonna just check the Kickstarter real quick, see where we're at. $130,000. So that's about $70,000 shy of the goal. Is that about right? 70,000 shy. This is a check that you guys gave me to do this show, and it bounced. Thanks very much. I'm Dan O'Brien.